Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Today, we are diving into the evolving role of AI in the SOC, not as a replacement for people, but as a partner in making the job more impactful and less exhausting. This webinar will blend insights from the real-world SOC experience and a recent report we did with Omdia. So we want to start by giving you guys a little introduction to who we are. My name is Emily Burns. I am a content marketing manager here at Abnormal. I worked really closely with Omdia on this report and have shared several insights, and I'm excited to talk through it with you guys today. This is my colleague, Sri.
Hey, thank you, Emily, for inviting me to this webinar. Hi, everyone. I'm Sreeharsha Dugga. I lead the cyber defense at Abnormal AI. My team is based out of Bangalore, India. We basically work on a lot of security alert management, vulnerability management, detection engineering, threat hunting, incident response, and purple teaming. We are a 12-month-old team. We are lean and a flat team. Technically, everyone is capable of delivering operations at the same level. No hierarchical titles, jargon exists in our team. Because we are a lean team, we rely heavily on automation and AI to cut noise and keep analysts focused on high signal work. For this webinar, my role is to connect the surveys to real surveys, what we changed, what worked, and the guardrails that made it safe. Over to you, Andre, again.
Thank you. All right, so just a few agenda items here. Also, before we begin, I'd like to review a few housekeeping details. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please type them in the Q&A tab. Please check out the attachment tab for resources related to today's topic. And this webinar will be available on demand shortly after it concludes, and you'll get an email notification when it's ready. So these are just a few of the topics we'll talk through today. So up first, we're going to give you a little background on the study. So like I said, we conducted this alongside Omdia. It was a survey of 491 cybersecurity decision makers, both leadership roles and analysts, so we could get perspectives on both sides of the table. We also looked at global geographies, so not just the U.S. We got a global perspective, and then we focused primarily on the priorities, challenges, and needs across the SOC. So really excited to share these findings with you guys. So first and foremost, the SOC under pressure. As we all know, before we even talk about AI's potential, it's important to understand the pressures of the SOC, from budget restraints to relentless alerts. The numbers here tell a sobering story. So as you can see in this survey, 49% of analysts cited alert fatigue as the biggest challenge faced in completing their SOC tasks. 75% of analysts said that they lack time for strategic work while threat hunting or professional growth. 35% of analysts agree that manual processes have absolutely increased their burnout. So these challenges are consistent across regions, and they're not just operational, they're deeply human. Analysts are burning out, career growth is stalling, and the constant firefighting leaves little room for strategic work and advanced threat detection. So I'll hand it over to Sri to comment on that.
Yeah, Emily, I think it was mentioned rightly in one of those slides. I think most of the teams actually are thinking of moving from more of a reactive defense to a proactive strategy. This is more of a continuous process. I think with this human-centered AI approach, we are moving in that direction swiftly. For us, it is more of, say, a co-pilot, not an autopilot. AI drafts the context, timelines, and suggestions. Humans decide on actions. Coming back to alert fatigue and stuff, whoever has been in this space, without any doubt, experienced this alert fatigue. Alert fatigue, in my opinion, is a combination of both false positives and a lot of low-value alerts, mostly benign ones. We at Abnormal are no different to this. Approximately 60 to 70% of the alerts we work on are categorized to be benign alerts. we have to be very cautious tuning these alerts. We have a hyper automation platform that connects with our SIM areas and CDRs of the world, and that acts as our SOC platform. We have defined workflows to eliminate and all those low value alerts and known false positives. So this is one problem. So another problem we face at abnormal. A quick example I can talk about is about vulnerability management. We, as a company, have adopted a risk-based approach fixing the vulnerabilities. We have tight SLAs to track these. We have a unified vulnerability management tool that kind of aggregates all the vulnerabilities from across our workstations, cloud resources, and our code bases. It adds a proprietary score to each of those vulnerabilities and lists them as per the severity. My team has to triage these, reclassify them, and cut tickets to the appropriate teams to fix them. My analysts spend roughly about 10 to 15 hours a week doing this, Emily.
All right. Thank you, Sri. Thank you for sharing. And as Sri mentioned and touched on this a little bit already, clearly the analyst perspective here is that AI offers a relief valve in the SOC, freeing up time for more strategic tasks across the board, from cutting down manual triage to boosting accuracy. AI adoption is clearly accelerating. We are using it quite a bit here at Abnormal. 75% of analysts surveyed say they use AI weekly, and 35% use it daily. And then benefits reported, like we said, 63% have been seeing improved accuracy in detection, 79% reporting higher job satisfaction, and 42% spending less time on manual tasks. So we're seeing that across the board here, and a lot of higher job satisfaction, which creates happier analysts and better detection. Sri, did you have anything to add here?
Oh, yeah. So as mentioned, to deal with alert fatigue, we used AI integration. Now, the SOAR platform was able to summarize and help us with context gathering, dispose of duplicates, and alert us on any of the past occurrences. This kind of helped our analysts save significant amount of time. To give you a rough math, if we have to triage a medium to high severity alert, something like a suspicious login review. It used to take us anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, switching between multiple log sources and tools. Now, with this AI summarization and context gathering, we have this number well under, say, 3 to 4 minutes approximately. Yeah, that is one. On the vulnerability management side of things, I'll give you an example. This is my favorite security vulnerability fixer. This was a tool built into Cursor by one of our engineering folks. We, as a SecOps team, cut a lot of tickets to individual engineering teams and present them with SLAs to fix those. There are a lot of code-based vulnerabilities to fix, and they came up with this awesome idea. You call the tool from the Cursor prompt, ask it to fix the vulnerability. You give the Jira URL, all of this as a prompt. The tool calls the entity to read the ticket, opens a feature branch, applies the fix, runs tests, commits and pushes the changes, then opens a PR link back to the ticket with the detailed change summary. This kind of saves a lot of time and effort and leaves the engineer to focus on other tasks. Uh, yeah. Other problem on a lighter note, one of the things that annoys me the most is documentation. And with AI tools, it's really a boom. As a new team, we are constantly writing SOPs, process documents, IR-related documents. AI use this is very smooth for us. We get to save a lot of man-hours. If I have to create a run book and attach it the same to a workflow, all I do is ask AI to convert this as a JSON, validate it or test it, and then deploy it. So that's how simple things have got on the documentation side of things, Emily.
Thank you. That's a great real world perspective there on how AI is improving things. And next, we'll look at the leadership perspective here. So the leaders that were surveyed in our survey here, 96% of them said that they have no plans to reduce headcount as a result of the broader adoption of AI in the SOC, which is really great to see. That's a common misconception or concern across the industry, is that AI will replace all of our jobs and they will take over. So it's great to see that the leadership is not planning on cutting a lot of headcount there. Additionally, there has been a lot of reallocation for these saved analyst hours as a result of AI. Analysts are being pivoted towards more threat hunting, 44%, proactive security, 41%, and analyst mentorship, 40%. So we're seeing this kind of creation of new roles and new priorities within the SOC from a leadership perspective as well, not just from the analyst perspective. And Sri, did you have a comment there?
Yeah, I can give some examples. I don't have the exact numbers, but yeah, when my analysts are spending less time triaging alerts and vulnerabilities, they're working on more proactive stuff like threat hunting, writing hypotheses, building queries at a fast pace using AI, uh, uh, connecting tabletop exercises, and cleaning the cloud security posture. They're working on creating workflows that kind of automates a lot of cross-team alert communication. We are also working on working with the security engineering team to develop AI triage agents for our vulnerability management program. I want to talk about this analyst who is super proactive in identifying some of the stale AWS accounts and cloud resources and uh, got them revoked. This was a big win for my team, both on the posture side and on the amount of dollars we have saved on the compute. Here, uh, I can put it like this. Here we are achieving higher coverage and quality without actually changing the headcount.
That's great to hear. Great to hear the real world applications there as well. Glad we're keeping our analysts on and putting them into higher priority tasks. And here we have a really encouraging trend to see is that, like you may have already noticed, analysts and leaders are more aligned than ever on what success looks like in the SOC. So both sides see AI as a tool to free time, improve accuracy, and shift to more proactive work. They agree that AI is most valuable in a few specific areas, reducing false positives and alert fatigue, as we discussed, improved threat detection, and enriched threat intelligence. So it's great to see that leaders and analysts are aligned in some of these areas. Sri, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, autonomous SOC in reality, there are a few startups that came up in this space doing automated triage, threat hunting, incident response, enhanced threat detection, um, working on lowering the alert fatigue, whatnot. I believe all these are in their early stages. In my opinion, an autonomous SOC should give less noise, better accuracy, and be more proactive. Uh, we have to turn the alignment into an operating rhythm. That's how I see it. You have to take a staged approach in achieving this autonomy. Maybe start with a bare minimum, use AI in shadow mode, validate recommendations, move to more human approved actions, and finally narrow on other actions with rollback. Equip You have to equip your engineers with AI tools and training. One example I can think about here is we are tight knitting our detections and taking an engineering approach and moving towards detection as code. We rely on AI for enriching our detections and mapping them to those MITRE ATT&CK TTPs. We also use AI to tune in our detection logic that kind of helps us in reducing the false positives, improve the coverage gap, all things that we can do on the proactive side of things from the detection engineering side of things. We are approaching this in a staged phase rather than taking a big leap or something and then messing up everything. So we are not doing that. We are just taking some baby steps out there and doing that stuff. Yeah, that's how teams have to start.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely believe that AI and baby steps is probably a good motto there. And that brings us to our next point, that of course adopting AI in the SOC isn't without its challenges. Through all the benefits it provides, there are also concerns around data privacy, compliance, and trust being top of mind for a lot of leaders and analysts. And these need to be addressed for AI to truly be human-centered. Like you see here, those are our top concerns. And then when leaders and analysts both are kind of tag teaming to evaluate the trustworthiness of a cybersecurity solution or any of their vendors, they look at a few key factors. The most important one being vendor transparency and AI model building training processes. Then independent third-party analyst evaluations, things like Gartner and Forrester, and then finally compliance with industry standards as regulations. So making sure that we're still looking at data privacy and all of those good things as well. So Sri, I'll pass it off to you.
Oh yeah. So my motto is like trust but verify. This is the approach we have to follow. Everyone has to follow. AI agents and the LLMs behind the scenes are very handy, but you have to be the final decision maker. When we talk about privacy and security concerns around AI and LLMs, OWASP has come up with the top 10 risks. Some include prompt injection, sensitive data disclosures, misinformation, and some advanced risks like poisoning the entire data and the data model. So I'll not go into those details for now, but you have to uh, automate the plumbing, not the judgment. That's my take. So you have to do a lot of validation. You just need to make sure the data minimization approach is followed, PII redaction. Uh, these are things that I can think of instantly. In a nutshell, you got to have proper guardrails around when you are dealing with AI related, integrating AI related models into your workplace.
Great. All right. So good notes on trust but verify there. Go ahead and repeat that one. So here we go. Future ready SOC. So how do we go from today's reactive overloaded SOC to a proactive AI empowered one? The survey gave us 5 clear recommendations. One, an AI-enabled SOC roadmap. So looking at a 3 to 5 year plan here with a transition from autonomous SOC with clear milestones. And then, of course, like Sri was mentioning, the human and AI collaboration framework, the trust but verify, keep humans being the decision makers there. And then, of course, risk-based resource allocation, making sure you're measuring AI's impact, going from reactive security to proactive, enabling your analysts to really get in and do more proactive threat hunting. Centers of excellence, teams managing AI, focusing on privacy, compliance, and emerging risks. And finally, a talent transformation strategy. So as we talked about earlier, this is your ways of upskilling staff, creating like AI-driven roles and positions, refining your hiring, and overall improving your retention, because there will be less analyst burnout, less frustration there. And Sri, I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah, I think this was well summarized, Emily. I don't have any recommendations, but I just want to reiterate my points. Start small, identify your core use cases, make sure there is a human judgment to perform actions, invest in tools, and make sure all your engineers, analysts are upskilled for the transformation. If people in the, I mean, this is more of a general advice. If people in the SOC space are looking to upskill, there's a lot of free stuff available over the internet. Be more of an AI generalist or a power user. That helps a lot in this domain.
Couldn't agree more. All right. So like we said, the SOC of the future isn't just possible, it's already taking shape. It's already here. So by using AI as a partner, not a replacement, we can reduce burnout, improve outcomes, and keep people at the heart of security operations. So three big takeaways here we'll repeat is AI is reducing strain without cutting staff. Leaders and analysts are aligned on the future vision of the SOC, and human-centered AI is the key to sustainable SOC success. So you can also download the full report, our human AI report here in the attachment tab. And then let's see. Additionally, you can check out our free email risk assessment of your environment. It's simple, quick, and in approximately 7 days, you'll get a full report of all the attacks of your security layer your current security layer may have missed in your environment. You can also visit abnormal.ai/risk or find the link in the attachments tab. And Sri, I'll turn it over to you for any last thoughts.
Yeah, well said, Emily. This isn't tomorrow's idea, it's already happening. Bringing AI into SOC workflows is delivering real efficiency across triage, investigations, detection engineering, threat hunting, and threat intel enrichment. Most teams I work with are very bullish on AI plus cybersecurity. I think this is going to be fun. I mean, as a last thought, this is human-centered security. AI scales the work. Humans steer the judgment. We are not replacing analysts. We are replacing the toil and elevating the expertise, trust, and the outcomes. That's what AI plus cybersecurity means to me.
That's great. Thank you so much. What a great wrap up. And thank you all so much for joining us. Again, you can find more details in the attachments tab, and this webinar will be available for you to view again on demand once we finish here. Thanks so much.
Thank you.